Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. Our session is Delivering Business Insights for Intelligent Automation via Embedded Analytics. And the topic is all about how organizations are looking beyond classic business intelligence use cases and using embedded analytics capabilities to build data products for their own customers. You're going to hear from one of these companies today, UiPath, and learn about a product that they built that helps their customers measure the value that they're getting from UiPath solutions and also gives them the insights that they need to make better business decisions. My name is Pedro Arellano, and I'm Director of Product Management for the Looker team at Google Cloud. And it's my pleasure to be joined by Michelle Urofsky, who is the Global Lead for Analytics Products at UiPath. We're going to begin by briefly establishing some context on what it means to go beyond business intelligence and the opportunity that's created with embedded analytics. Then I'm going to hand it off to Michelle, and she's going to share UiPath's experience with embedded analytics and Looker to deliver greater value for their customers. And then finally, we're going to wrap with a few questions for Michelle. So let's start by defining what embedded analytics is. Embedded analytics refers to the different ways in which data and insights can be delivered and can be used outside of the business intelligence tool. So, for example, you can use embedded analytics to augment an existing experience or existing application with data from Looker, like a customer service application, and the data gives you personalized insights about the client that you're helping or that you're talking to. You can automate business processes with data. Like you can, for example, trigger a service order whenever there's an issue encountered with a particular product, and you can do that automatically using those insights from the from the product. Or you can use embedded analytics to build a data product that you can bring to market for your customers, like in the case of UiPath. Now, the Looker platform supports embedded analytics use cases because it was designed for extensibility and the idea of making it easy for developers to build all kinds of data applications. Looker has an API first and cloud native architecture, which is supported by a modern semantic layer that helps developers serve real time, trusted, and well governed data into all the applications that they build. So you can support all kinds of use cases, whether it's modern BI and analytics or integrated insights, data-driven workflows, or even completely custom applications. Now, we recognize that embedded analytics is not one size fits all, and that organizations have different goals and they expect different outcomes. So we work with companies who want to, for example, modernize their existing analytics portals for their own customers, or companies that are interested in adding better reporting capabilities into their products, or automating business workflows with insights. And also companies who are thinking about how to monetize their data. So they want to come up with a data monetization strategy. These different goals all require different approaches with embedded analytics, and Looker supports a variety of methods to help our customers reach their desired outcomes. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Michelle Urofsky. Michelle is the global lead for analytics products at UiPath. She is responsible for defining and creating UiPath analytics solutions, including their Insights product. And these enable their customers to make high quality decisions with trusted data. So thank you so much, Michelle, and so glad you could join us.
Thank you so much, Pedro. It's great to be here. I'm really excited to talk about data at UiPath and how we've been working with the Looker team to build our analytics solution. So I'll be talking to you about analytics for RPA, how we built the product, and in general, what RPA is. So let's start with that. What is RPA? It stands for robotic process automation. Basically, it's just mimicking human behavior. And robots are capable of a lot of things that humans take for granted, like not taking breaks or not needing to sleep 8 hours a day and not getting tired at the end of the day. I think we've all been there, rubbing our eyes, missing things. Robots don't run into those problems and they don't need coffee. They don't hit that 3 p.m. crash. So our customers are finding that they're able to increase processing speed for processes. They're able to reduce cost and they're able to increase data accuracy, all while freeing up humans to do more creative things and taking the time that they were previously using on these processes to focus on more strategic outcomes for their business. And it's going really well for us. We have companies across many industries, you can see from banking all the way to the public sector, using RPA to address use cases that are common. So every company under the hood has a set of things that they need to accomplish. We all have an HR department, we all have finance, we need to do payroll. And we've seen these companies and many more leveraging RPA to solve those use cases, but we also see them using RPA for things that are very industry specific. For example, loan processing, invoice processing. Right now, we're seeing a lot of healthcare companies using RPA to accomplish things in regards to COVID. For example, scheduling COVID tests so that nurses are able to actually go administer those tests. And we've been recognized by Gartner in as leaders in the ability to execute in the 2021 Magic Quadrant. And with all of these companies leveraging our software and constantly expanding our product portfolio, we realized we had a challenge. Robots don't speak. They can't give feedback on a process. They can't let us know if we've skipped a step in defining a PDD. They can't let us know if maybe the internet cut out or maybe an application is down for maintenance. And we needed a way to address that challenge. And without a way to communicate with these robots the same way we would with the humans, it's very difficult for our customers to understand, what decisions they should be making. When they purchase UiPath, there are some things that they want to address. They want to save a certain amount of time, a certain amount of money. Maybe they want to address a certain set of use cases in their company and decide where to expand that to. And they also don't know when it's time to scale without knowing when those robots are hitting their automation capacity. They can only work 24 hours a day. If robots are being scheduled for more than 24 hours, they're going to see automation backlogs. And so we needed to create a way for our customers to be able to visualize this information in a very clear and concise way that made sense to anyone on the business spectrum to really power those decisions and let them know when it was time to take action. So, what we needed was really a way to give our robots a voice. And via that voice, give our customers insights. Insights into things like how are their automations performing? If something went wrong, what was it? Is it happening all the time? Where can those automations be improved to make sure that those errors aren't happening? How much time and money have our customers saved? And are they accomplishing those business specific benefits they were hoping to accomplish? If they're a bank, did they increase compliance? Without this information, our customers didn't have the insights to make informed business decisions. And so we partnered with Looker to create Insights. And this has been a fantastic partnership for us in so many ways. Looker has really addressed some key things that were very important for us when we were deciding what company to work with for an analytics solution. For example, it's a managed service. For us, it was very important to work with a company that could manage the infrastructure for us. Without us needing to worry about those things, we could focus on what was really important for our customers, building out our products to make sure we were delivering value. And we needed a platform that was scalable. As we see more customers really finding value out of RPA analytics, not only are we seeing the number of customers scale, but we're seeing that data size scale. And as our platform suite evolves, we have a lot of data that's going to be flowing into our analytics product. And we'd like to give our customers the ability to look at that data for a long time to find those historical trends. So, without a partner that was able to scale to that kind of volume, we really couldn't have built a great solution. The other thing we really wanted to do was bring data to people where they're at. We wanted to find a solution that we could embed across all of our product suite so that our customers don't have to go directly to our analytics product to get information they need. We have a really wide range of personas that maybe have never been to an analytics product before and don't intend to, but still need information. So we wanted to embed charts in places that were very familiar to them. And with Looker's iframe, it's very easy for us to embed those dashboards in places that meet our users halfway. And speaking of those personas, we have people that are, have never seen a line of code before, all the way to data scientists that are doing really advanced calculations. And we needed a platform that could support that wide range of use cases. We wanted something that was easy to use for those people that didn't really have interest in building something advanced, but also something that could allow our power users to customize formulas. We wanted something that could support string functions, heavy mathematical functions. And with Looker, we're able to provide them an interface that's easy to use, but also very easy to customize and go deep in the weeds with. And so we created Insights. And when I think about the types of data that UiPath produces, there's kind of two main categories. There's automation data. So you can think about that as things like, how many times did my robots run this week? What was the success rate of my automations? How long did those processes take? Conversely, we have business data, which is things like, how much time did I save? How much money did I save? And those process specific outcomes I was mentioning when it comes to those industries, things like number of loans processed per week or number of COVID tests scheduled. And we needed a way to combine that data in one place so that we could offer our customers both operational transparency, not just into what the robots did, but also how that affected their business and those business outcomes. And we have been so thrilled at the reactions our customers have had to this product. For example, Security Benefit, a customer I've been working with for years, they had a really high ranking official doing manual reporting every single month for an entire week, working in Excel, building out reports, basically not doing the rest of her job just so that she could build those reports. And after they started using Insights, that week every month became minutes. And those reports were so easy to then share with their external stakeholders. Their executive team was finally able to see those numbers that they couldn't argue with. And they've been thrilled to see the effect that RPA has had on their business. And then we have our partners who are using our product to offer this single pane of glass for our customers and their customers when building out their RPA program. They need to be able to see things like how many times their robots have run, but again, how that impacts the rest of their business. And so they're using Insights as a cornerstone for building out their successful automation program. And with that, let's go to a demo.
All right, and this is the homepage of Insights. So by default, we go straight to the UiPath Templates tab. Here we provide customers templates that are going to get them 75 to 80% of the way there when it comes to building reporting for their business needs. So we have very basic operational things like processes, queues, and robots. This is all about checking things like how many times did my automations run? Did my transaction process successfully? How many hours a day are my robots working? And then we have the business ROI template. And we've built this template to allow customers to customize for their own ROI reporting. We see all kinds of various ROI needs that don't really fall into one default formula. So the real power here is that customers can take any of these templates, most specifically the ROI template, always one of the frequently copied ones, copy to their dashboards, and then share to everyone in their organization that has access to view these dashboards. So if we take a look at something like the processes template, this is the number one template when it comes to looking at deployment health for customers. And part of the ease of us embedding these templates across our product is that we leverage one of my favorite features of Looker called LookML dashboards. This allows us to keep our dashboards code centric in one place. Anytime we have to make a fix, like maybe we need to add a new filter, or maybe we even need to add something extra to the template because customers asked, we can push those updates to all of our customers. It's a very streamlined and easy process, single code base. I myself am the one that frequently makes the dashboard changes, even as the PM. So it's really easy to use and interact with. We go back to that templates tab. Let's revisit the tenant tab and see how our internal customers, so this is our own internal RPA center of excellence, meaning people that use our UiPath products to automate UiPath activities. They're using these dashboards, these templates that they've copied and modified according to their needs and shared it out with everyone that has access to this environment. So you can see they're doing things like building dashboards around finance, building dashboards around sales and sales ops, product usage. So very business related capabilities that they would not be able to do without the base that Looker provides us. So if I take a look at something like the finance dashboard, we've heard great things about the user experience. All of our business users have no trouble using the product, especially those that are really familiar with Excel. We really like how easy it is to do things from very simple reporting all the way to very complicated reporting. So this dashboard was built without any of our assistance, and our finance team uses it very frequently to report on their processes.
Thank you, Michelle. That was so interesting. Thank you for your presentation. Thank you for your demo. For us at Looker, it's always really great to see the way that our customers are putting embedded analytics capabilities to work to help deliver greater value to your own customers. So thank you for sharing that. And I want to touch on something that you said during your presentation, which was the idea that one of the goals was to reach more people with data and insights in the applications and the experiences that they already consume today. So, rather than force them to go into some BI tool, instead using something that's more of a natural, more seamless experience. So, can you tell us a little bit about that thought process behind the decision to roll out a data product like Insights?
Absolutely. So originally, our focus on data was pretty minor. We tried to build some integrations. And as we continued building more products, we really found that that just wasn't enough for our customers. It wasn't giving them the answers that they were looking for. Even right now, the biggest really pitfall I see for our customers is that they'll be, years down the line with the journey of UiPath, and they will never have thought of what they were hoping to track in the first place. So they'll go to build out reporting and realize, oops, I forgot to keep track of the six things I needed for this, this use case. And through building a data product, we at UiPath, knowing our data model the best, we're able to provide metrics that we know will suit most of our customers' use cases, because everyone that uses UiPath has a core set of things that they need to report on. And that way we free up our customers to only focus on those things that are very important for them. So, really customizing the way they're calculating maybe ROI or the way that they're doing reporting for their specific use cases. And so, we take the burden of really thinking about reporting and that core use cases off of their shoulders.
And being able to codify that, all that, the business logic and those business rules into that data model as you're talking about, is really what enables or what makes possible delivering those insights to customers. So that's really interesting. What is the value of a data product like Insights for UiPath?
I think our customers don't even realize that this operational backbone that we provide is the key to them making business decisions. How are you supposed to know how much money you saved if you don't even know how much the robots were working with in the first place, right? So, by providing our customers not only this operational view into what they've done, but also how those operations impact the business, our customers are able to have this holistic understanding of UiPath that they were never able to have before, and thus they'll continue investing in our business because they're able to prove the value of what they've done.
And there is so much value there. Just once you are able to expose that information externally and give that understanding to customers, and it can be really eye opening when you identify maybe opportunities you might have missed before. With that in mind, what would you say to organizations that today may be using data exclusively for internal reporting and don't really have any kind of external facing application or offering?
I think sometimes companies really undervalue data. We've seen just how much data can impact our customers in such a positive way by not only showing them how people are using the product, but also the benefits that our product has for the business. And by exposing that, I think it opens a totally new world to consumers.
It is, and it is very much a journey, at least as what we've seen with our own customers, and it's exciting to see that sort of the continuation of that journey and the places that where they're going with embedded analytics. So, in your case, how do you see your customers further adopting and consuming your analytics solutions in the next few years?
Yeah, as we start increasing our product suite and we're really driving this end to end automation platform, our customers are looking for a real trail of that end to end journey. So they want to know not only, what the robots have done, but that pathway from ideation all the way to actuals. And they want to compare their estimates of what they were going to benefit from with UiPath to what actually happened and really have that full audit trail when it comes to figuring out what to do next.
There's just so much potential and there's so much opportunity with embedded analytics right now. Again, for us at the Looker team, it's just so exciting to see the different directions where our customers are headed and to see the work that really innovative companies like UiPath are doing in terms of delivering very valuable experiences to your customers. So I want to thank you, Michelle and UiPath, for partnering with us, for joining us today and sharing your story. And I want to thank the audience for joining the presentation. Hopefully, you found it very interesting and valuable. And we hope that you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you so much, Pedro. It's been absolutely wonderful to partner with you and the Looker team. And thanks everyone for watching.